All right, now that you are professionals at graphing functions, now we also need to be able to analyze them. We're going to do a lot of analyzing over the course of this algebra course, but for now, we're going to look at increasing and decreasing intervals. So increasing and decreasing intervals. So first, let's start with the obvious. An increasing interval is where the y values are, you named it, increasing. In other words, the graph is going up as you read from left to right. We always read from left to right, just like we do when we read normally. A decreasing interval is where the y values are decreasing. In other words, the graph is going down. Now, it's really important. We're talking about the graph going up and down, but when you give your answer for an increasing or decreasing intervals, what we're actually looking at is the x values. Okay, we're actually looking at the x values. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to show you a couple strategies. We're actually going to kind of break up the graph a little bit. I've got colors, so it makes it a little bit easier for me. And if you've got some colors, it might make it easier for you. You just need two colors. But here's how I recommend that we do this. Okay, first of all, here's a function. Okay, we've got this graph. It's a function. We want to state an increasing interval and a decreasing interval. All right, let's start with increasing. If you were to take your finger, starting from the left and going to the right, if you were to take your finger and trace this graph, wherever your finger is going up, that's where an increasing interval is. So it's right here. This section right here is our increasing interval. Okay, when does that start? That starts right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little line, okay? And I want to make sure that that line crosses both the graph itself, where it starts increasing, but also the x-axis, because this is what we're actually going to be reading. I don't care what this is. I don't care if it's way down here or way up here. What I care about is this is the x value when the graph starts increasing. When does it stop increasing? It stops increasing right here. So I'm going to draw another line. Okay? Now all I need to do is read the x values. And I'm going to give my answer as interval notation. So this is negative 1.5 right here. Negative 1.5. So this thing starts increasing at negative 1.5. And when does it stop increasing? It stops increasing at, let's call this 0.9. It doesn't really matter. It's an estimate. So it stops increasing at 0.9. Now, this is interval notation. This is not a point. This is interval notation. Mr. Burke, why did you use parentheses? I used parentheses, and this is not a big deal, but I'm going to show you. I use parentheses because on this side of the blue line, it's decreasing. On this side of the blue line, it's increasing. But on the blue line, it's actually neither increasing or decreasing. It's actually flat. So technically, this should be a parentheses. If you make it a bracket, I'm not going to make a big deal out of that. What's important is that you have the correct x value where it starts, x value when it stops. All right, what about decreasing? Well, you have two to choose from here. You can choose this one, or you can choose this one. I'm going to choose the second one because I think it'll help demonstrate a point. So I'm going to choose this. This is where I'm going down. I'm going to pick a different color. And again, when does it start decreasing? Well, it starts decreasing the same place it stopped increasing because this one goes up and goes down. So it starts right there. When does it stop? It doesn't stop. It decreases forever here now. So what that means is there's no part where it stops. So what I like to do is I'm going to draw a line like this, and I'm going to draw an arrow that way. That's because when we're talking about the interval, it goes forever in this direction. For all the rest of the x values, this is always going to be decreasing. How do I write that as an interval? Well, again, we're at 0.9, and it decreases forever. Now, I didn't put negative infinity because it's not the y value, it's the x value. This is going to positive infinity. Okay, let's try another one. Once again, here's a parabola. This is an upside down parabola. And I want an increasing and decreasing interval. So let's start by tracing the graph. And it looks like I'm increasing for the whole first part of it. And I get to this point and then I'm decreasing. So my increasing interval is on this side. Where does it start? Well, it starts at negative infinity because this is increasing forever right here. It's just increasing, 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 increasing. Where does it stop? It stops right here at 0.5. Okay, so my interval then is from negative infinity until 0.5. So from negative infinity to 0.5. And remember, this is not negative infinity in the y, it's negative infinity in the x, like this. These are x values. What about decreasing? Well, as soon as it stops increasing, then it starts decreasing. So it starts at the same spot, and it continues decreasing forever. So how do I write that as an interval? It starts at 0.5, and it decreases forever after that. So that gets the infinity. So you'll see that sometimes your increasing and decreasing intervals have numbers on both sides. They have an actual starting point and a stopping point. And sometimes you're going to have to use infinities. We'll practice this in class because I know this is a little bit confusing, but now you have the basic idea for increasing and decreasing intervals.